Hey everybody, my name is Phil. I'm a 26-year-old male from Canada, Alberta specifically, and I'd like to talk to you guys about self-esteem, weight loss, and creating a new personal image for yourself. If you're unhappy with who you currently are or how you express yourself. Um, I'd like to take a very candid look at my past and then very bluntly answer any questions you have on any topic you can think of. No holds barred. You can ask whatever you want. I was a very, very big kid to adolescent to young adult, very uncomfortable with myself. And I remember it was a huge struggle just even imagining not being that way. Many years I was the kid that was too uncomfortable to take his shirt off at the swimming pool. Let's not mention the terrible hair and clothing style choices, but more specifically, physical attributes and feeling comfortable with how you look and how that affects your confidence. Um, this would be from the perspective of not a average guy, average fit guy, I guess, athletic guy. I'm not a jock by any means. I don't really enjoy sports. I'm kind of the polar opposite. I'm a huge geek. Huge geek. I read a lot. I play a lot of video games. Well, I used to, I guess. I kind of dropped off a bit. But I do a lot of board games. I read a ton. I'm self-educated in some respects. Went to post-secondary for education, psychology. Ended up dropping out and becoming a fitness trainer. We'll touch on that later. That kind of equipped me with a lot of the tools that I've been using the last couple of years. And I moved on from that to being an electrician, and I still do the fitness training. I really enjoy that, but you have to make a better living than you want to sometimes. So this will be the perspective of a male. I'm sorry, ladies, I can't really relate to all aspects of female fitness. I will do the best I can, and if I can help you out with any basic nutrition guidelines, I will do my best with that. I'm not going to promote any set workout routine, any equipment. I'll just give a very, very open description of my experiences, what has helped me the most, things I've had to overcome, problems that I've had, and how I work through them. All right. First, I'd like to touch on a little nervous here. Sorry. First time posting videos, so it's been a while in the making. I'd like to share some pictures. I had to dig up some photographs. I don't have a lot on the computer actually. Back when I was bigger, just for some proof, because a lot of people are skeptical sometimes, saying just like, yeah, right, how do you know how I felt, kind of thing. You were never in my shoes, you don't know how I feel. So I found some pictures. I'll just hold them up in front of the camera here real quick. Hopefully you can see, it's not too grainy. This is me and my younger brother. I am the larger one. This chubby looking kid. Happy. I was happy with myself though at the time. Another one here. Disneyland on a school trip. Class photo. There you go. See? Very handsome. Another one here. My weight fluctuated. I was pretty much over 200 pounds for most of high school. I just kept getting bigger and bigger. I ate a lot more. The work I had was very sedentary. But a lot of video games. Very classy. And then me in the blue here again. Oops, sorry, it's a little grainy there. Apologize. Oh, there you go, another one. Chubby. But babies are allowed to be chubby, right? So anyways, yeah, I spent a lot of high school and junior high being overweight. Went from 200 pounds up to about 260, 270 almost at my worst. And I started to get really depressed, really depressed. It's hard to get people interested in you physically when you're that big and when your self-esteem is so low because of that. Granted, there are people that find bigger people attractive, of course, but the correlation between that and your self-esteem being so low and not having any confidence is very hard to inspire attraction in other people. And that is very apparent to me now, being a lot fitter than I was before. A lot more fit, sorry. All right, next I'd like to talk about the reason why I felt myself that I wanted to change my body shape. It was a long process. I tried a few times. I gave up a few times. I think everybody does, and a lot of people will. I think it's very rare that you will succeed the first time out of the gate. Without identifying the reason and admitting it to yourself and having a good enough reason to believe in yourself that you can do it. I was late high school, I remember, and we went to watch the Mummy, the first one, in theater. And I remember seeing the bald guy. I wasn't bald at the time; I still had hair. But I remember seeing him and being just really blown away, and like I wanted to look like that, and I did not. I did not look anything like that, and I thought it was impossible. I was sitting there just wishing that I could achieve that somehow. I didn't know how, and I didn't think it was possible. And then from that day forward, I made multiple small attempts, doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, jogging, trying to eat healthier, and then falling off the wagon, gaining weight back and forth, back and forth. The constant struggle that everybody goes through, I think. And it wasn't until I moved from my hometown to a larger city in Alberta that I decided that I'm going to join a gym. I don't know anybody here. I don't know how to break all the barriers that I've been finding so far, and I need help. So my plan was to join a gym, meet some people, and kind of base my friendships around other people that had similar interests. I signed up for personal training because I didn't know what I was doing. They do kind of shotgun you into it. I don't know if you've ever gone for a gym membership, but they definitely push it on you. And I really couldn't afford it at the time. But in hindsight, it was one of the most productive choices that I've ever made because it gave me a lot of confidence. We'll touch on a lot of things in the next video about problems you will face and just insecurities you'll find when you're starting out at the gym. If you decide to go that route, you might not want to go to the gym. But if you have it available to you, it is a great resource. But there are a lot of stumbling blocks that people find. A lot of little nervous issues, feeling insecure, not knowing what you're doing, other people staring at you, all kinds of stuff. We'll talk about that. But I joined the gym. I lost a lot of weight, actually. I went from about 250 pounds down to 195 pounds. So 65 pounds, I guess that would be. And that was only in about 4 months, 5 months. That's like biggest loser losing. And that was not the best way to do it. I didn't eat enough food. I exercised a lot. I was very near broke at all times, though. I didn't have a lot of money when I moved, so I was eating minimal amounts of food. Again, next video we'll go over things you can do to change your diet in a positive way on a budget. You don't have to buy what people tell you at the supplement store, or you can go to Costco, you can go to Walmart, you can buy the cheap stuff. That's probably the best idea when you're first starting out because it makes things easier to do, more economical, and it's not going to break your bank and depress you financially, which is very important. Fitness can be very expensive, but it is worth it, very much so in the long run. I guarantee that. So I have some pictures. They are going to be on the computer, so if I can figure out the slideshow thing here, I'll put them up in a string for you, and just kind of a timeline progression of when I was big, in the pictures I showed you earlier, to getting down to quite small, to 195 pounds, and then getting up above 200 again, but in a really good way, a lot more lean mass, and then I fluctuated over the last couple of years. I bounced up and down, growing out different parts of my body, getting like really big and bulky, then getting really lean, just seeing exactly what it took to get different looks, how strong I could get, how fast I could get, trying to get six-pack abs. That was not a fun journey. You don't get to eat anything fun. We'll talk about that again too. And then kind of where I'm sitting now, and I've found a comfortable place and I'm happy. And yeah, just So there were just a couple recap pictures, I guess, progressively over the last couple years, getting smaller, bigger, different shapes and sizes. And then doing some things like zip lining, swimming. We went on a couple trips. Doing a lot more outdoor kind of things that I couldn't physically do before, and I can now, and that has been a huge life change for me. Just anything and everything is open. You can do whatever you want, and if you can't, well, then you can prepare yourself to do it. It is not a big deal once you learn how. So I have some plans laid out for another couple videos. I'd like to touch on some hurdles that people will or have to overcome when they're beginning their self-esteem boost or their personal rediscovery, I guess. Um, some psychological issues, some physical issues, things you're going to have to watch out for, things that you can do to make it easier. And then a lot of things that people won't really talk about, like you see the huge guys at the gym, like massive guys, even guys my size that were smaller. And there are ways to get that big, and they are just such a taboo thing that nobody wants to talk about them. And we'll be touching on that later in a couple videos from now. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to post in the comments. Feel free to ask any questions. Anything you want to know more about, just shoot me a message. I am open. I will help you as much as I can. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will hopefully have some more up here soon. All right.